GM. Today's lesson, I'm going to talk about something that my captain, SK, has termed the Valley of Pain. This is super interesting and relevant. And it's always great to hear directly from the people I mentor about their path. Because it's the most applicable path for almost everyone who's listening, right? You all want to walk the path that the captains have walked, and are hopefully many of you are on the way there. And so SK has been trading now for quite a while and has seen the ups and downs. What this valley of pain is, and I'll attach an image to the lesson as well, it's about the expectation that you're automatically going to make more money the better you get at trading, right? Now that logically makes sense. Yeah, if you're just thinking about it as in anything else you do, in almost any other skill you build, you get better at it, right? And as you get better at something, you get results. So you start off playing golf, not even able to swing the club, right? And you go and practice. You practice every week. You get a coach. You train. You practice. You get better, right? You go from not being able to hit the ball to being able to hit the ball to being able to hit the ball straight to being able to hit the ball straighter, and then eventually, over time, being able to hit the ball wherever you want, right? At each step of the way, you noticeably and visibly improve. As a trader, though, your direct improvement is in the process. You can become a better trader, but it is not tied to how much money you make. And this is what trips up a lot of traders. And actually, it discourages a lot of people so much that they end up quitting right before they would have had a big breakthrough. And it all begins with understanding. Understanding of yourself. And understanding that you're getting to this point where there's an in-between stage, right? Where you've first come in and you rely on me, and you rely on boot camp, you rely on white belt, it's all handheld. And then you're going from there into becoming your own trader, your own person, developing your own systems. This stage in between, as SK rightly says, is the least profitable stage. Right? So I want you to remember this. And far from this making you feel bad, this should make you feel good and free, because you're not alone. I noticed this in my blue belts. The blue belts are running up against this exact thing, where white belt seemed easy, because it was. And then blue belt presents a little bit more challenge, a little bit more of a struggle, because you're now your own trader. You're out into the world. You don't have to do 100 back tests just because I tell you to. You're now off doing your own thing, other challenges, other tasks. And it can be daunting, right? Because you think that there's got to be some measure of success that shows you're getting better. But in trading, like I said, it's not like swinging a golf club where you can see yourself get better. You can't really see yourself. You can't really observe yourself getting better as a trader if you're too focused on the outcome, which is winning, right? You could lose 8 trades out of 10 and progress massively in your risk management. Yeah? So compare these two traders. Compare one trader who wins 6 trades out of 10 and loses 4. Right, so he's 6 out of 10, 6 trades out of 10. That's a good run rate. He's 60% win rate. But on the 4 trades, he loses 8R, meaning he didn't define his risk. He didn't manage his risk correctly. Instead of losing 1R per losing trade, he lost 2R. Now compare that to a trader who loses 8 out of 10, but also loses 8R. The trader had the discipline to lose 8 times out of 10 and keep his risk defined to 1R. The better trader is the second trader, the one who lost more. But have they lost? They've learned how to take a massive losing streak, right? 8 out of 10 losses. That's a big streak. And if you're doing it, and you're doing it small, with small stakes, you're going to learn all these things and learn them cheap. It's so important. Don't make your valley of pain deeper by adding more money in on top. You know the least when you first start, right? When you first begin trading, that's when you know the absolute least. But the most dangerous time for a trader is a few months in. Because you think you know, and you think you want to put money in. And there will be all sorts of rationalizations that your brain will play. Your brain will tell you, we've done so well, we've dollar traded for 3 months, we've back tested 400 times, we've done everything right, we've done everything Michael said. We haven't been a moon boy, we haven't been an ape. Now it's time, now surely. Michael talks about these retail traders and dumb money traders that don't even do one back test ever. I've done 400 back tests, so I'm clearly not a dumb money trader. So let's put a little bit of size on. Let's put $50 in this trade. I have 5k, $50 is fine, it's 1%. Let's do that, right? Your brain is going to want you to do this. It's going to tell you this. You must override it. That is a dumb money flaw. It's essentially the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Where you overestimate your own intelligence. Now, intelligence obviously isn't the word used in that sense. I'm not saying anyone's dumb, but in terms of trading, you're overestimating your trading intelligence at that point. You've done everything right so far. Right? So if that was you in a few months' time, you've done everything right. You've done the white belt. You've done the blue belt. You've done your dollar trading. You've done hundreds of back tests. You're probably starting to scale up. You've gone from $1, you may be going to $2 risk, $5 a risk, $8 a risk, $10 a risk. Follow the path. The valley of pain is waiting if you don't listen. If you listen to this, you can avoid it. You can walk right round it. You don't have to go into the valley of pain. You can just skirt round the outside. And it's going to be hard. I want you to remember this lesson. I want you to remember this. I will repost this one probably once a month because at every stage there's going to be people going through it. The moment at which you're most susceptible to this is the moment you are not aware of. That is how the effect works. You will reach a point where you think that you've been really disciplined, that you've been really process driven, really structured, you've done everything right, and you will have done everything right, and you will be absolutely correct. But that is when you're at your most weak. That's when you're at your most vulnerable, because your brain will play a trick on you to say, yeah, we can do it now. Let's go. Let's start making some money. Bull market's coming. Don't. This one is probably going to take more self-control and self-discipline than anything that I have taught so far. And that's saying something. Because there's a lot of things that require a lot of discipline in trading. But this one might just be the single biggest killer of promising traders. Right? Bad traders are always going to bomb out in the first few months. The people who just can't stop gambling. The people who just cannot do a back test. They just cannot stand to do anything other than put too much money into the market. They're always going to kill themselves within the first few months, right? They take themselves out of the market, gone. They destroy themselves, blow up, that's it. They're gone and we never see them again until 3 years later, new bull run, they come in and FOMO at the top. Right, that's not you. Right? Those people, that's not going to be you. You're going to be the person who does do everything right. Who does follow the right path. But that's why you have to be extra careful. When you get to that stage, a promising trader can go from a promising trader to out of the game if they fall into this valley of pain. I've been there. And you have to think about the emotional control, the emotional turbulence, the roller coaster you're going to go on, right? At the start, when you make mistakes as a trader, it's easy. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but it's easy because you can forgive yourself. Look, I'm just new. I'm new. It's okay to make some mistakes. I don't understand this lesson. I don't understand this system, whatever, okay? Yeah, fine. But a year in, 6 months in, 8 months in, when you genuinely like, I have spent 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day or 2 hours a day or whatever, but every single day I have studied the markets. I'm 6 months in. I've done everything right. I'm a purple belt in Michael's bootcamp. I've done hundreds and hundreds of back tests. And then you hit that wall. And then you give in to your brain that allows you to fuck things up by going in extra size. Then you lose a bunch of money. Right when you think you were just starting to understand it, that moment is what kills more promising traders than anything. Because they just didn't realize that they were in that valley of pain, and instead of just persevering, they quit. Because they thought, oh, I'm not actually cut out to be a trader. All because of one mistake. It will be years before you truly know who you are as a trader. You have to play the long game. And your systems only get better with time. Your processes only get better with time. So why not give them as much time as possible?